A lot of people was up in arms. I seen this shit and I was like, okay, whatever the fuck. If you don't know who Joe Budden is, Joe Budden is basically a podcaster. He's a former rapper. I enjoy a couple songs. A lot of niggas know him for Pump It Up and shit like that, or Focus or whatever songs he had. I enjoyed a lot of his songs, the new music. He has a song with Imani called Immortal. I really like that song. But anyways, basically he's been doing a podcast forever, found success into it. Basically he had a rebrand, the whole Rory and Moss situation. He brought in Ice and Ish and he's grown it. Parks was always there, so it was, the squad of four, and he brought in Melissa Ford and Queen's Flip, who was my first introduction to Queen's Flip. So, and he's fucking hilarious. Shout out Queen's Flip. I fuck with that nigga. Anyways, besides all that. So basically, they had a little Patreon episode. I think this is when like Melissa was gone. She was doing some other shit. But anyways, it was the five of them brothers. And it was then those talking. Apparently, it's some ish about the NBA Youngboy situation with Billboard and stuff. Basically, Joe was saying like, kind of seems like an act. He doesn't believe this Stop the Violence act, right? And like, listen, I know a lot of niggas is giving Joe a lot of shit. Now, and niggas, people can change. I'm not gonna sit here and act like people can't change and people don't want betterment. But you see the whole J Prince shit, I don't want no problems. I feel like dudes are the same. We don't want no issues with nobody, but if it's some life or death situation or you play with our family and we gotta do what we're gonna do what we're gonna do. And clearly Youngboy is a nigga, he gonna do what he gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? We seen it in the Bobby Schmurder thing. He doesn't want no violence. He doesn't want nothing. But like I said, if you want some shit with that nigga to the point you threatening that nigga life, he gonna pull up. So I'm not mad at that. But like, yeah, he's trying to do better. He's trying to be a better person and all that. Now with Joe saying like it feels like his push, the label is pushing this. Yeah, you could say that. Interview with Billboard. He signed a new deal. Dropped a project in January, so I could see, the label pushing this out, you know what I'm saying? And then also, we really do gotta talk about it, because I do got some thoughts as well. I'm gonna just say it now, because I wanted more to talk about, like, Joe Budden and this little shit, so we're gonna talk about it. Basically, y'all know NLE Chopper, a lot of people compared him to YB. Basically, remember, he came, he was on some positive shit. This motherfucker was fucking making a farm. This nigga was making some BBL cream. Like, I don't know what the fuck this nigga was on. I think he still does it. But anyways, basically, he's like, he gonna have a positive album. I think I reviewed it. It was like From Light to Dark. He had that little album. He's more positive. He wasn't on the Shadow Flow, shoot 'em up, bang, bang type of like issues on, Twin Choppers like Okada, like Osama, Twin Llama type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So that came out. I don't think it did particularly well, and he went back to the old shit, the shit we like hearing from NLE Chopper, guns, shooting niggas that play with him, blase, blase, you know what I'm saying? Sprinkled in some other type of music, but majority of the theme of the last project I heard from him was that. It was the project basically last year, he dropped it like the week before NBA Youngboy dropped Colors, and he dropped that little album, you know what I'm saying? Which was a good album. I did like that album. I like the outro. The outro was very good. I like that song. The love songs to the women, bro, I wasn't fucking with that shit. But besides the point. At times, and with Youngboy going on a more positive route, maybe the music might change. Now, like I said in the review I did on the last project, I Rest My Case, it wasn't really my favorite YB project. You know what I'm saying? Also, I do also think he dropped way too much in 2022. Motherfucker dropped like 7 to 8 like mixtapes, albums, whatever the fuck you want to call them, to like the top of the beginning of 2023. Like, here's another album. I was like, nigga, I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. My ears, nigga, I'm tired. So that also might be it. I might be here for a positive Youngboy. So we'll see what happens. Well, of course, the most iconic songs are his best songs. Was when he was on his bullshit, if you will. So we'll see if the fan base will grow with him. He will garner more fans, and he'll still be as lit if he changes the subject matter. Let's keep it a buck. Right now in music, we love the gangster rappers, Big Brr, Pooh Shiesty. We love all them boys. Talking that real shit. They really in them streets. Them really them boys. We like them type of people. And as you see, every time Youngboy went to jail, he just came back bigger and bigger. So we'll see if the fan base will follow him. Also, with that being said, him squashing the beef with Fredo Bang, that's cool. He don't want no issue. So he's making some steps into that as well. But we shall see what happens. But I'm going to read this. A lot of people was giving him flack because he doesn't believe it. But it is what it is. I always say this about Gucci Mane. I don't give a fuck how positive Gucci Mane is. That's still Gucci Mane. Regardless. That's Gucci Mane. That's Guap, nigga. Nigga, that nigga a boogeyman. So anyways, let's keep going. Let's read this little shit. I know I ran it off. I ain't going to take too long reading this shit. Questions were raised after NBA Youngboy launched his Stop the Violence initiative in hip hop. Since living in Utah, it seems that Youngboy has had a change of heart about his lyrical content. The rapper has been pushing a new movement, and he further explained his stance in an expansive feature with Billboard. I think about how many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music, he stated at the time. How many girls I got feeling like if you don't go about the situation that your boyfriend's bringing on you in his way, you wrong. I don't even understand what the fuck that cool meant. How many people have put this ish in their ears and actually went and hurt somebody additionally? Or how many kids felt like they needed to tote a gun and walk out the house and tote it the wrong way? And tote it the wrong way. Now he's fixing to sit there and do years of his life that he can't get back. Although the message was received warmly, Joe isn't totally convinced. On the Joe Budden podcast, it was a Patreon exclusive episode. The host discussed NBA Youngboy's new outlook. By the way, sign up, yo. Them Patreon episodes be hitting. I know, hey, this ain't no like plugging on, but it be hitting. I be fucking with it. Anyways. Further, some even praised him for stepping away from the content that helped catapult him into stardom. Budden pushed back ever so slightly. I don't believe one effing word of any of that ish, he declared. I laughed every time that ish popped up on my phone, he also added. Get the F out of here. Ice argued that he respected Youngboy's public statements calling for an end to violence. Others noted that it wasn't too long ago that he was filming a music video surrounded with people with her. I've been said, listen, regardless, like at the time, bro, it's like with the NLE Chopper situation I was just talking about. Like, regardless, you could be out of that life, but like, bro, if you're trying to paint the picture, you gonna have a nigga with gun. Like, bro, you don't need these fancy ass little music videos. You could just be in a garage with your homeboys and they tune sticks, and if the song is hard, it gon' go. You don't need all that little fancy smashy like video shit. Anyways. Budden further suggested that Youngboy's anti-violence stance was marketing and he called Ice gullible. It seemed that Youngboy was alerted of Budden's mention on the Never Broke Again LLC Instagram. A photo of Youngboy was captioned, "Tell Joe Budden don't try this at home. Who ready?" Tell Joe Budden don't try this at home. Who ready? The mysterious message left fans thinking a surprise is in store, but we'll have to wait for more news. It is what it is. Also, you could, like, my nigga been on house arrest for a while. And, you know, he could be seeing stuff differently. He could change his mind. Now, do I think, like, Youngboy has no more ops? He probably still has ops. You know, probably gonna still have it on him just in case somebody try to do something to him. He's gonna protect himself and his family, his loved ones, of course. So, I don't believe he's not gangster or he won't ride out or protect his loved ones. It's just he ain't trying to incite problems. He on a positive path. It's basically when you talk to a nigga and the nigga's basically like, hey, don't play with me now. Don't play with me now. That's basically what it is at the end of the day. And I feel that's all it is. It's like, hey, I'm on positivity. I ain't on bullshit. But hey, if you come at me and you trying to do something to me, I'm going to be on your head top. Like, let's not act like I can't get back in that mood. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the Bobby Schmurda situation. Like, yo, we shouldn't be talking about that shit. Like, don't play. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't know about that shit. Leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't feel like it's shit. Like, you want, like, it's trash. Now, do I believe this nigga's all the way positive? No. But is it trash? Like, is this just an act like he doesn't want people to stop the violence and shit? No, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he does. And maybe he sat there and thought about, like, yo, the music I made, yo, a lot of these motherfuckers be listening to this shit. It is what it is. And you could say Youngboy has a lot of kids. Like, hey, listen, no disrespect to NLE Chopper, but if off of influence, I would put him under the Youngboy influence tree. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, hey, we'll see what the fuck happens with that. But, yeah, I don't feel like it's a crock of S-word. But, like, again. See, it's like this, right? Let's say you grew up in the block, right? You know your mans is out there doing their shit. They doing whatever, right? Sure, you want to stop the violence, but at the same time, if my homeboy is thugging in the streets, he doing his thing, and he going against his op or whatever, I'd rather my homeboy come back home. So and sadly, that, hey, as humans, bro, we're imperfect, and I could say I'm selfish. I could say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my motherfuckers, my homeboys to survive. So if it is to that point that my homeboy out there or your peoples is out there in the streets doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they getting a little gun battle or whatever. You would want your homeboy to come home because you don't want your homeboy to pass away. So, are you stop the violence or you just want your peoples to be safe? You know what they're doing. Yeah, death might come with it, but at the same time, even as mad as you are they in the streets and they taking people's lives, you happy that motherfucker made it home. So, hey, man, you just got to ask yourself, man. So, hey, there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts with situations. You just got to decide where you stand in them situations. But, yeah, that's all I really got to say. Comment down below. Put a link. Check out the links in the description. I got some other vids for y'all to check out besides all that. You already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign out for today. The Black TJ that while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like and subscribe. You try to hear a little bit more and I'm gone. You hear me? Shalom, zoom, peace, y'all, gang. Alright.